X-Men Dark Phoenix has hit theaters, and I have gone and seen it. And I know what everyone's question is. Which is better, X-Men The Last Stand or X-Men Dark Phoenix? Well, in the words of Pete Holmes,
The moment you were born, we should have cut your head off. You were a message from God that he doesn't love us, and we should have sent it back. Sign, seal, deliver, return to sender. Except if you were in heaven, it would be hell.
What are you going to do without me?
Probably cry myself to sleep every night.
it's truly disappointing. I mean, this film could have been better. It could have been a lot better. This final climax of the non-Disney films and this legacy of... And now it's just come to the realization to me that I went to see this out of respect. I only did this because I loved the original X-Men trilogy. Yes, even The Last Stand. The ending, I think, for The Last Stand is a lot stronger and more impactful and hits you more so in the raw emotions than this film ever does. Then again, we also were closer with the characters and more in love with them throughout the X-Men 1 and 2 than we were in Apocalypse and First Class. So I think, for me, the X-Men series of films ended after... is in the continuity of the X-Men, actual X-Men, ended at Days of Future Past, where they kind of just reset the clock, and you can just pretend what could have happened, and I think that's the best way to go out with it. Now, the sad thing about it is that these films could have been so good, and I think that going forward, I think that if Disney does it right, which I highly doubt that they will, just for the fact that they've recently come out and stated that the name X-Men is outdated. It's not outdated. You're just outdated in your thinking, because every society that's ever thought your way has always begun the collapse of that civilization, aka you are bad and a cancer to this society. Nonetheless, I wish that they would just, make a couple tweaks. Maybe go back to the animated films. And if you never watched the animated films, X-Men the Animated Series from the 90s, or X-Men Evolution, which started at the beginning of the year 2000, which was right before the release of X-Men, the first live-action one with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. Go watch those shows. They're fantastic. I'm thinking about buying them on Blu-ray and doing a review of them because they're such good series and I want to rewatch them again. And plus, the intros to them, I mean, they're just fantastic. Listen to this stuff. Listen to it. This stuff could easily be in the intro to the new Marvel X-Men films. They're fantastic. So this first one is from X-Men the Animated Series. I'm sure many of you have heard it. Which, I mean, that is utterly fantastic. Just epic score. It's great. And then you have X-Men Evolution, which is not as popular. It's not as well known, but as a kid growing up in the 2000s, it was a popular show with me, and it also has a fantastic score. And so, as you can see, both these choices are positive, and I just hope that Disney goes a good route. I don't think that they'll ever be able to do anything like X-Men 1 and X-Men 2, obviously. But we're talking about Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix, the cinematography was pretty good. The visuals, beautiful. Sophie Turner was okay. The cringy women scene that Jennifer Lawrence says, and Grace Randolph has praised on the internet as the most wonderful thing on the earth, and she just loves the line. Oh my god, such a great line! And don't you just love it when two women are on a team? Oh my god! It's like, whatever, Grace. Yes, because people have the JJs. That automatically allows them to become great people. It's just, two people with different genitalia other than penises, on the screen talking together. It's just wonderful, isn't it? Oh my god, I relate so much. No one cares, Grace. No one cares except yourself and a bunch of SJW weirdo creeps. Anyways, Dark Phoenix. Other than that, though, it wasn't as bad. Like, if you go into it, if you do decide to go see it in the theater, go in with extremely low expectations, and you'll come out going, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's really all I can say that's positive about this film. Interestingly enough, I think all the X-Men films have some sort of genuine identity where, because there's so few of them and they each have their own feel, whereas there's so many Avengers and so many Marvel MCU films, they kind of meld together, and some of them you can even forget that it even existed. But with the X-Men ones, you kind of remember. So in that sense, I remember every X-Men film I've ever seen. And this one does have memorable moments in it. I'm a huge Nightcrawler fan. Nightcrawler's pretty badass in this film. I love Nightcrawler. Probably right next to Wolverine in my favorites. I think Jean Grey from The Last Stand was more badass. She was a lot darker. She was a lot more like, I'm willing to kill whoever, or like they were very, like, she didn't really kill people in this movie. Like, she did a couple kills, but she did nothing as compared to like Jean Grey from The Last Stand. Last Stand, she was like killing hordes of people compared to this version. So in that case, I don't really care. A lot of people were like, I don't understand Jessica Chastain's character. I thought I understood what the director was trying to do, and I understood what the writer was trying to do. I just don't think they executed it well. But nonetheless, I wasn't bored with the film, but I was interested. It made me interested. It made me not want to go to sleep. It made me sit there going, interesting. I wonder how this could be played about. And I just hated that Disney's buying the property. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but this means that they get to be the Avengers. I don't care anymore. The Avengers is dead. After Endgame, it's gone. I don't care about watching it anymore. I don't care about the MCU, because they're going to go full woke. It's already obvious. Like, Kevin Feige and all of them are doing all this stuff that's totally SJW, totally NPC, total wokeness, full far left regress of politics, pushing it into comic books. I'm done. It's over. X-Men was like the last possible franchise, and then they bought that up. And so now it's like, well, DC, you're the only hope we got, unless there's a Deadpool 3. Then I might go see that if it's not too PC. So it's depressing, it's sad, and I wish it was good. I just wish it was, All we really can do is wish. That's all we can do is just wish for what could have been.
Yes, and I wish I could walk. Is wish time? How long does this go? Are we done with the Aladdin just found the genie moment? Because wishes don't come true. Unless the wish was to get your ass out of here. In which case, it's Christmas.
Well, I was going into Washington Station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Come on.
Well, I was going into Washington Station to pick up some power converters.
Whoa!